Tales of Veldrith, created by Matty. Book 6, Eira's Reckoning.
Episode 63, The Final Confrontation.
The storm over the shattered pinnacle reached its peak. Black lightning forked across the sky, striking the floating spires with a sound like shattering glass. The Voidheart, perched upon its obsidian altar, pulsed with light so dark it seemed to devour every colour around it. Tharivor Kesh stood before it, arms raised, his pale face stretched taut with power. The keystone in his grasp glowed white-hot, feeding the relic. Shadows coiled around him like serpents. Eira, Vestinus, and Leona pushed through the wreckage of the battle, their allies still clashing with the remnants of the order below. Together, they climbed the broken steps to the altar.
Tharivor,
Eira shouted above the thunder. Her blade gleamed in the storm's light.
this ends now.
He turned, his eyes blazing with void fire. For a moment, Eira thought she saw his skin ripple, patches of black creeping across it like rot.
Ends?
His laugh was brittle.
No, warrior. This is the beginning. The ley lines are mine to command. With the Voidheart, I am beyond life, beyond death.
He slammed the keystone into the altar. Power exploded outward, a wave of void that knocked them back. Eira dug her sword into the stone to hold herself steady. Leona's vials rattled in their satchel as she crouched low. Vestinus took the brunt of the blast, ley energy flaring along his veins as he braced against it. Then Tharivor struck. A lance of pure void seared across the altar. Eira rolled aside, the beam carving a trench where she had stood. She leapt forward, blade flashing, and met his conjured weapon, black steel born of shadow. Sparks and embers flew as the two clashed. Vestinus charged to her side, his ley-lit blade striking Tharivor's guard. For the first time the sorcerer staggered. Yet as he righted himself, his features twisted further. His eyes burned wholly black, his mouth widened with cracks that leaked shadow. "The Voidheart is not yours to wield," Vestinus said, his voice echoing with ley resonance. Tharivor snarled.
It is mine, and through it, the world.
He raised his hands, and void tendrils lashed at them. Vestinus cut through one, but the strike sent cracks spidering across his arm, light spilling wildly. He staggered, his unstable power threatening to tear him apart. Leona hurled a vial at Tharivor's feet. It burst in a storm of green fire and glass, forcing him back a step.
He's slipping,
She shouted.
The Voidheart's eating him alive.
Eira pressed forward, her sword finding purchase against Tharivor's corrupted flesh. He howled, backhanding her with a sweep of shadow that sent her sprawling. She hit the stone hard, gasping. Vestinus caught her arm and hauled her to her feet. His veins glowed like rivers of fire, his form flickering. "Together," he said. She nodded. They struck in unison, her steel swift and sure, his blade of leylight cracking against void. The storm answered their blows, wind screaming, lightning tearing the sky. Yet still Tharivor fought, half man, half shadow, his body unraveling even as he struck with greater fury. Every moment they delayed, the Voidheart swelled brighter, pulling harder on the ley lines beneath them. This battle was no longer just for victory. It was a race against time, before the artifact consumed not only Tharivor Kesh, but the whole of Veldrith.
The ley lines tremble. The Voidheart awakens. Together.
Steel in my hand, swift and so sure. A promise we made, we have to endure. The sky bleeds with lightning, the wind starts to scream, tearing apart this impossible dream. His form is unraveling, a nightmare in sight, but we stand as one in the fading light. We strike in unison, speed of ley light, a fire so bright, cracks through the darkness, a beacon of might. But every moment, delay feels like a sin. The heart of the void pulls the power from within. His fury increases, his strikes fall like rain. We must end this now through the sorrow and pain. We strike in unison, blade against blade. The storm answers our call, a world destroyed. The rival rages, a shadow, a wraith. We fight for the future and hold to our faith. The Voidheart swells brighter. It pulls on the lines. Kill a yacht, let it break the signs.